two. Good job, Anna. Okay, on the next plate. Yeah, more. Here. On the
Here for the pie.
No pressure pie. No pressure. Yeah. Oh, so it looks, you can tell that I used to work at a restaurant because all of them are ready to go. All the desserts are ready to go. Look at this mess. That's crazy. Hello there and welcome to Expat Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to be making pumpkin pie. I've already made stuffing and cranberry sauce, and all of it has to be made from scratch because none of these products are ready. I even had to make my own pumpkin puree. Just like I said, expat life is such that very often you can't find products that are readily accessible in the US and in Canada. So I wanted to let you know why we celebrate Thanksgiving every year. Well, we remember it from growing up, but also it's like a super awesome holiday that we want to instill in our kids. And we love the food as well. So it's like the once a year where we can actually have this food and sit down with family and friends and have a good time. We normally collect. We have over a whole bunch of people for Thanksgiving, and like I said, some are expats, some is family, and it's just a great occasion to sit down. So I'm gonna get started with the pumpkin pie.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you don't find 'cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. 'Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. These are the proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like.
So this pie looks a lot better than this one. I put this in, this is exactly according to the instructions to the recipe, so I think it's a little bit overdone. This one's hot still, but I think it's good. We'll see. And then I also made a second apple cake. That is a super simple recipe and it's delicious, so I figured why not? And I'm contemplating if I should make my own bread. Because this bread, the recipe is super easy. It's just a little bit of yeast and it's like a brown, healthy bread. Yeah! My girls decided as soon as they woke up they're gonna be princesses. So Matilda is coloring and Emma's playing with spoons. As you do. They asked me to, with the rest of the dough, I had a little bit of pumpkin left. I just made pancakes, I do that. And then the girls, they begged me to take this out for them and they're not playing in it. So here we are, mom life. All right, Mike is here with the turkey. Where's the turkey? There's the turkey.
Here.
It's in brine. It's in brine and it's been in brine since yesterday. And just a fun fact, expat life, it's really difficult to get a whole turkey in Poland.
It is, but Lidl has turkey breast and that's good enough.
Yeah, so we always do turkey breasts instead. And then Mike is making mashed potatoes and gravy as well, and biscuits.
And the mashed potatoes, in case anybody cares, is potatoes and cream cheese with butter and something from America, which is optional, and garlic butter.
So
and cream.
It's interesting that like the spices that you bring in from the States, right? Like Dash.
Formerly known as Mrs. Dash.
Oh, they changed it? It's not Mrs. Dash anymore?
Yeah, it's now Dash.
Okay. I always bring in pumpkin spice from the States. Yeah, exactly. And then what else do I bring? The Trader Joe's 22 herbs. I ran out. I have to ask John's parents to bring some next time.
It's what you need. Like the Dash series, there's like garlic and herb, onion and herb, there's a chicken blend, there's a table blend. Like, and they're all good, and they're all salt-free.
Yeah.
It's just, like, this is garlic, onion, black pepper, parsley, fennel, basil, bay, marjoram, oregano, thyme, mustard, cumin, rosemary, cayenne pepper, coriander, celery seed, carrots, orange peel. What else do you need?
Yep. It'll be kind of annoying to make that yourself, so.
Exactly. This is my go-to for, like, a bunch of things.
Nice. And then Mike also brought tools with him.
Yeah. And the meat thermometer.
Nice.
Because you don't want to overcook your bird.
Yeah, we
And you
have
also
a meat
don't
thermometer that you gave us.
That's true, but I have like 3 kilos, 1 kilo each of breasts. So I'm gonna have multiple thermometers.
Nice.
To make sure that we don't get food poisoning.
Good. All right. I should probably start on setting the table.
You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. 'Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears aren't proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Go. Good job, Anna. Okay, on the next plate.
You just gotta follow the way.
Yeah, more. Here. On the next plate. Here, on this one. Good job, Emma. Yeah, more. There you go. All right, so we made makeshift so that they're not touching.
Kind of like letting them breathe a little bit.
Yeah, you wash it out of the brine.
Yeah, you rinse off the brine, and the brine, I will tell you, is super easy. The brine is just, you get a pot of water, like this much water, and you put in a bunch of peppercorns and parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, like the song, and a bunch of salt.
Smells good.
So like there's a ratio to follow for brine. I think it's like 1 to 20 with salt by the gram. And also like some honey and a chicken bouillon cube, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
These guys. It's my little cheat sheet.
Chicken
And then you just basically make like a fancy, super concentrated, salty broth. And then you get it ice cold. And you put room temperature meat in it, and you let it refrigerate overnight for 12 hours. Or if you're going to be doing it the same day, then you can just let everything be room temperature and then brine it for like 3 to 6 hours.
Okay.
So that's it.
That makes the turkey not dry.
Yeah.
The first time I had this turkey, I was amazed. I even, I always laugh because I feel like no one appreciates my pumpkin pie and stuffing efforts because everyone's so amazed by the turkey.
Whatever, I'm here for the pie. I do all the, your mom every year is like, why do you go through all this effort? And I'm like, because I get pumpkin pie. I'm here for the pie.
No pressure, pie. No pressure.
Indeed. We got frozen butter and and so it's like size.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to screw around with it, you can just get it done.
Nice. Potatoes, garlic, and herbs. This is dressing in the oven. And this is the cheese platter that no one is eating. Cool beans. What else? So it looks, you can tell that I used to work at a restaurant because all of them are ready to go. All the desserts are ready to go. Look at this mess. That's crazy. All right, guys, it's been a few days since the Thanksgiving party. Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, I don't know what to call it. But yeah, so I gotta say that I think what I wanted to showcase is that expats kind of have to work a little bit harder to get like the products that I think, you know, we kind of took for granted when I lived in Canada, when John lived in the States. We have to make everything from scratch. Of course, this isn't all expats, and I'm sure we could have gotten some of this stuff shipped, but yeah, it makes you sort of appreciate the food more if you don't have like canned pumpkin that you have to like cut up the pumpkin, make the pumpkin puree kind of yourself beforehand, and there is no like pie crust that you have to, again, make that yourself from scratch and bring in your favorite spices from the US or Canada or whatnot. So I just felt like you kind of appreciate the meal more because of the sort of extra amount of effort that it takes to make it. And it's really cool sharing it with people who don't know Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving food. And the family that I invite, they just didn't know this tradition very well. Like, they knew about Thanksgiving, but they were asking like questions like why turkey, or like why green bean casserole, and like what's the deal with stuffing and cranberry sauce. Like, so they just ask a lot of maybe not questions, but yeah, you sort of also learn about the tradition because you have to explain it to people. So I always thought that was kind of interesting. And like I said, it's a lot of work, but for me it's always worth it. It's like the one time a year again that, you know, Mike comes over earlier and we just get to hang out and chill. And both of us, I have kids and he has a kid, so it's always like crazy to get together, but it's just nice to allocate that time. And then Mike also tells me about like his family traditions because he's from Ohio. My parents are Polish, so Thanksgiving, we kind of adopted Thanksgiving in Canada after a few years, but I saw like at my friend's house about how important it was and things like that. So yeah, it was just it's really cool to pass on the tradition and to celebrate it here, outside of the US, outside of Canada. Like I said, we're not like completely set on the date. We always have it in November when we have a weekend free. All of us have a weekend free. It was great to just sit down, and my favorite part is always like what you're grateful for, and just sitting down and, you know, talking about the fact that we're grateful for family, or some of us experienced like health issues and how we sort of came out of that. So it was just really nice to sit down and do that. I don't have a better descriptive word than nice. It's starting to snow here. Sorry, I'm just looking out the window and there's little snowflakes, so I feel like that's kind of perfect to end this Thanksgiving and to sort of start on Christmas. I always wait for this time to I never decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving. I know some people do in the States and in Canada, so let me know if that's what you do, if you're excited for Christmas. What's your favorite Thanksgiving thing to eat? Mine is probably stuffing. I just love it. Like, it has everything that I like in it. I don't add, though I know some people add like liver and stuff, like the turkey liver innards, but I don't add that to my stuffing. But yeah, like I said, it was such a nice time to spend with the family. I had a great day. I hope I showed some things to you about like the differences a little bit in terms of like the products, and I thought it was interesting to show you like what do we bring over in our suitcases, like pumpkin spice and dash. So I thought that might be interesting for you as well. If you like this vlog, give it a big thumbs up. I'm curious to hear any of your Thanksgiving traditions. Feel free to comment below. And as always, I wish you such a wonderful day. Bye!